Keith, we'll start with actually talking about the players first before we do a couple of general questions on the transfer window. So players going out the way, Zach Clough, some might be surprised about that.
Yes, I was. He came to me and explained to me that obviously the contact he'd had overseas in Australia, which was a shock to me. I was happy for him to stay. We'd spoke about getting him fitter and being part of and fighting for his place. I feel that he felt this was just a too good opportunity, really, and he asked, if not my permission, but what did I think? And I could see he wanted to do it, and I wouldn't want to stand in anyone's way, and he looks like a great opportunity that he wants to explore. So yeah, I sort of wish him well, and unfortunately didn't get a lot of time to work with him.
I suppose he admits himself that it wasn't somewhere that he settled very quickly and he was having to work hard to get his game time.
Yeah, we did speak about League Two, and I think he found it tough. It's different to what he's been used to. He's without doubt a quality, very skillful player, and there are them types of players in League Two, but I do think maybe you have to try and adapt to it a little bit, and he felt this opportunity would take him somewhere on a different adventure, really, and I think that's what he was looking forward to.
Manny Mampala off to the National League with Weymouth. Yeah,
the main thing with Manny was, well, not just since I've been at the club, since he's been here, is that he's not played enough first team games, and he's a young lad that needs to go and learn how to play week in, week out, and show people what he can do. And it's not fair if he's not getting any game time, if he's not even on the bench, then it's tough. It's tough for players to train Monday to Friday and not have any reward at the end of it.
If at least not in the shop window, is it a chance for him to perhaps say to you, this is what I can do, and give you something to think about?
Yeah, me. But it's bigger than me. It's more about him and his career at a young age, and he's just not had enough first team games yet. And so again, it's not so much the level. It's more about him playing consistently and hopefully showing people what he can do, getting confidence and belief in what he's about, and hopefully score some goals.
Coming in the other way, Mitchell Roberts from Birmingham, an exciting young left back.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's one that we knew about. We were short of defenders. When obviously Kelvin got injured, Joel Senior was here, and we felt Joel could cover left back, but now obviously we're short at right back as well. So once Kelvin's injury was long term, we knew we was short. We were one short. People forget, and I forget, that Jack's only 20, and he's done brilliant. I've been really pleased with him, and he continued in progressing and improving. But we are short of the left side of defence without a doubt, and that was always a concern when Jack hasn't played. It's only been a couple of times. You're sort of scratching around, really trying to fill that spot, and that's not good, really. So it's great. Mitchell played left back mainly. He can play left side defender, but he prefers full back. Really ambitious, wants to develop. Terrific athlete, if you like, a young modern fullback. So yeah, looking forward to working with him.
And his loan spell with Harrogate, that means he comes here, it won't be a shock. He knows the level and he knows what it means to be in a first team dressing room.
Yeah, and I think that does help. He was unlucky when he first went to Harrogate. He picked up an injury and then got fit and then finished the season from. So he was keen to. Well, he's been close with Birmingham's first team. He's been in and around it, so it shows you the ability the lad's got. Not had enough game time, and when they allowed him to come out, we was quick to react.
Another young, hungry player is Owen from West Brom, Owen Windsor.
Yes, he was one that the staff here knew about when he was at Grimsby last year. I think they played against him, and he stood out. And as soon as his name come up, the staff remembered him. So done some homework on him. I love his aggression in his game. He's an aggressive runner, wants to make things happen. Again, wants to learn, but it was more his attitude that really impressed me. And he plays a couple of positions. He can play in the wide area, coming inside, and he can play up front. And he's certainly one that wants to get in goal scoring areas. So yeah, he's definitely a good option for us.
Short-term deal for Jamie Devitt coming up from, it's obviously he's left Barrow now to join us. No surprise to anybody what he can do, but what's the thinking behind bringing him in?
I think I know he's probably something a little bit different to what we've got. Obviously, you will know him and the fans will know him better than me. You look at his record of assists, set pieces, his passing range, and he was desperate to come back here. He obviously had a good time in. Sometimes when players have a good time at a club, they're comfortable and they want to get back there, don't they? And that was very much the case with Jamie. So he's definitely one that he's had a few injury problems. We've got to make sure we keep him fit and try and get him fit. But he was really keen to come back and show what he can do again. And so again, it's a player that's coming here for the right reasons and the attitude to do well, and I like that.
He's been publicly saying he's frustrated at not getting pitch time. The length of the deal, that's going to give him something to really, again, another opportunity to remind everybody this is me, and perhaps try and persuade you for something longer into next year.
Yeah, and that was part of the attraction for myself, probably not for him. I'm sure he would have liked a longer deal, but he was willing to commit to the end of the season to show people that he's fit, like you say, and show people what a good player he is. And yeah, I'm looking forward to working with him. I want to see how fit I can get him, and I'm sure he'll have an impact.
Toby comes on to play against us just at the weekend there, and now he's coming up to play for us.
Yeah, that 15 minutes was enough. Well, actually, standing next to him on the touchline was enough. When I saw him, I was like, well, it's another big Sutton player, wasn't it? I mean, everyone's known that we've been looking for a different type of forward. We've said it from day one, and like I said before, the list is like an unbelievable list. He was one of them that was on there that we didn't think was probably going to be possible, because obviously Sutton are flying. Certainly good chance of promotion. And when I spoke to the lad, he wants to go and play games, which again is like a refreshing attitude, that he could have stayed at Sutton, been part of maybe a promotion team, but that didn't, his main concern was going somewhere where he's going to play. Obviously he's going to fight for his place, but he definitely gives us a different option to what we've got, and that's what I've been looking for like all January. It just so happens it happened on the last day.
Undisclosed fee, we've had to wrestle him away from Sutton. That'll tell him that you want him, and that should bring him here with a bit of fire in the belly. Yeah,
well, it shows you that Sutton didn't want to lose him as well, so it works both ways. So yeah, no, he's really keen. He's fit. He's available. He's been playing games, so ticks a lot of boxes in that respect. But his hunger and desire to play regularly, again, I always look at the attitude of the players when you bring them in, and he's certainly got a good attitude.
Different type of forward, Christian Dennis. He's going to bring another dynamic to a group that's going to be fighting for places. Yeah,
I mean, you look at a lot of the players we've got, they've got different strengths and attributes. Christian's is really in black and white. You look at his goal scoring record, and that's enough really. That tells you he's a goal scorer. Wherever he's gone, he's scored goals, and he's different again. He's one of the players that you want at the end of the move rather than being part of the move. So, and we haven't got that. We haven't got that type of player. We've got a lot of good forwards, a lot of runners, a lot of willing runners that are involved in what we do. But we've all seen that the amount of balls we put in the box, the amount of crosses we get in, we haven't got enough players with that. Sometimes it's that instinct or that hunger to get on the end of a good move, and that's what we've been lacking. So I look at us now, and I think we tick all the boxes in respect of different types of forwards. My job now is to try and integrate all of them, which isn't easy in the end of January. But I look at my options now, and I think we're in a really good place.
Key thing you said the other day, it's okay bringing young players in, but you've got to get the mix with Jamie, with Christie, and there's a mix, and there are real options for you, possibly even to tweak the identity that you talk so much about.
Yeah, no, there is definitely. I mean, our identity is what we are, and I'm not going to change that. But to have different variations within that is really important. And like you say, the age and the experience that you don't have to teach them. I haven't got time to teach every one of them every part of the game. I'd love to, but it's just not possible. So the older ones hopefully will help the younger ones, and you always need that blend of young and old, and we've got that. So now it's a case of just trying to sort of integrate them all together. We've got a great group of players here already, so I'm sure that won't be a problem.
If you don't mind me saying, there was a sense of frustration 48 hours ago, just after the game. How do you feel now? How much different does it feel now compared to how it felt then?
Relieved, I've got to say, because yesterday things weren't looking so good. So a bit surprised that we've managed to get as many deals as we have done. I'm not used to sort of this much change around, but you don't know till the last day things happen. I didn't expect Zach to be leaving on the last day. So yeah, I'm really pleased now sitting here that the windows are shutting. We can concentrate on all the games we've got left, and I'm just really pleased with the balance of the squad now.
And it is a relief, isn't it? We're all, I mean, us doing our job, we're knackered as we're sitting here right now. It takes a lot out of everybody, this transfer window, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's you get a lot of disappointments. You do a lot of work sometimes with no reward, and in the meantime, you've got to try and keep the group of players that are already here happy. And then you've got obviously games to manage. So we've obviously got to now focus on trying to get a win at Salford, which is going to be a tough game. So yeah, my mindset now is to totally concentrate on tomorrow's game, and then look forward to bringing all the players together.
And the fans have said, you know, you've acknowledged the problem that we've had in this goal scoring thing, which has been something that's been on our backs. Do you feel like we've addressed that now?
We see. I mean, we've certainly got a lot of variations. We've got, like I say, target men. You've got experienced goal scorers. We've got good energy, lots of running. I'm spoilt for choice now, so which is nice though. I'd much rather have this problem. I can change things from the bench. So yeah, no, I'm a lot happier sitting here tonight.
Just finally, you've actually reminded me we've got a game tomorrow night, haven't we? You tend to lose it in this. It is a mad transfer window. It'd be good to get on with this business of the last few games of the season.
Yeah, no, we've got a lot of games still to play. We've had a reality check, maybe you could say, the last couple of games where we're not as great as we thought maybe we were. We played, I think, the two most effective teams in the league, so it tells you where you are. But the important thing now is to try and to bed all these players in. That you're not going to make wholesale changes because you don't need to, but to have the options I've got now, that's the difference. So it's not going to be 6 or 7 changes. You can't do that in a week. So we've got to keep the basics of what we're doing, and the new players I think will add to that.
I was going to say I'll see you tomorrow, but it's almost tomorrow, so here we go. Thanks, Keith.